Hello viewers, welcome to Heat 2 here at round 10. On pole position with the reverse date we have Max Guasino followed by Jesper Ibach and Mads Hansen. We are off, 21 laps ahead. Michael Rühl gets a bad start, I believe. And whoa, this guy from the first heat, unfortunately he hits both Duncan, Jens Christoffersen and Mikkel Koch. Max Guasino leads the field into the first chicane. Oh, Jesper Ibach going wide there. It's still 1, 2, 3 as we had in the starting grid. Although Mads Hansen closes in. And suddenly this forms a 5-way battle. Meanwhile, Max is able to continue his racing line without being interrupted. After the first lap, Max is still in front. I'm closing in on Mads Hansen. And you can see here we're forming two-way battles. I hit Mads Hansen just a little bit. He could continue, so no worries about that. And we are looking at a battle between David Hatton and Michael Rühl. I must say, Michael has really found the pace here, and I believe, and he believes it himself, that it's due to the gear shifter. Oh, Mads pushes me out there, closes the door. He's not letting me by at the moment. Jesper Ibach gets a bad exit coming out of the last turn, so both me and Mads go by. David goes by Michael here. On board of Michael Rühl. I don't know why he slowed down. Maybe he caught a slowdown penalty, I'm not sure about that. Maybe it's something with his new gear shifter. Anyway, the standings are that we still have Max Guasino in front, followed by Mads Hansen and myself. Oh, David goes on the outside of Jesper Ibach here. He manages to squeeze by. Jesper goes off into the grass. I think he mentally got pushed by David. This is lap 4 and a battle for second position. This time I close the door in front of Mads and I go by up into second position. A bit later in that same lap, David follows my lead, takes a position from Mads. So now it's Max, myself and David. Oh, actually I go by Max here as he has a bad exit. Very strategic by Max to take the inside. Unfortunately he doesn't come on the throttle soon enough. So here's the race order after 6 laps. I'm in front, closely followed by David Hatton, Max Guasino, Mads Hansen, Jesper Ibach, Michael Rühl, Jens Christoffersen. I think Jens is 2 laps down actually. Mikkel Koch and Duncan Reed. On that same lap, Mikkel has a very bad exit coming out of this right turn, and Duncan manages to go by him, I believe. Yeah. On board of Mads Hansen's car, as he tries to go on the outside of Max, did not succeed in it. On to lap 7, I believe, where Max forgets to brake and he gives the third position to Mads Hansen. Moving on to lap 8 and a battle for first position between myself and David. Once again, I knew that David was a bit faster on this track, so I figured I at some point had to make a battle with him for first position. This time I tried to be as defensive as possible, closing doors as you might saw there. Lap 9. David is just so good in the chicanes. He's very gentle, turning in and turning out, and that makes him a bit faster. I was sort of pushing the wheel very much. Another thing, if you look at the graphics here, you may see that the colors are a bit flat. Is a small amount of bloom on the white light colors, and this is not a post-process effect that I have edited afterwards. It's actually a graphical mod which I have tweaked. It's called ENB series, and it's produced by some Russian guy. So the documentation and help you get is a bit sparse. I suggest you try it out. I will very soon put it up in the forums along with a presentation video, so you can try it out for yourself. There's only a few known bugs that I'm aware of, and that is when you Alt-tab out of the game and come back in, the filter will not work anymore. And the other thing is that it did crash my computer once or twice during the month that I have been playing around with this. Back to the race. David is still pushing very hard to get on that first position. I hold on to it, but not for very long, as this is, I believe, lap number 13, the lucky number, and David goes by on the inside coming into the chicane. I could not hold him back longer, and at this stage I figured that if I just pushed and pushed, maybe he would make a mistake too, which could get me closer to him again. Still on lap 13, we are on board of Jesper Ibach's car, as we'll see a battle for 5th position. And actually it consists of 4 cars in total. Mikkel and Mikael really has a battle of their own. Here I have trouble finding 3rd gear, and I lost about 1.5 seconds here. The battle continues for 5th position. Jesper Ibach goes wide, saves the car, but he loses 3 positions here. We are on board of Mikkel Koch as he goes past Mikael Ryd. these 4 guys caught up with Max Guasino. And we are on board of Max's car here, as he is currently in 4th position. Duncan pushes hard. Mikkel Koch tries to go on the inside. And I must say that in general, all the drivers in this league has become very, very good at driving this little fun car, and also they have become very good in managing traffic and close battles, and I believe that is due to our pit parties, which we have 30 minutes before the qualifying for each event. And you can see here Max is really holding on to 4th position. It's something that I have not seen before. So, very well done by Max. I think we are on lap 20 now. Sorry, lap 19. And Mikkel tries to go on the inside of Max here. It's a long way around. Mikkel takes 4th position, but Max has a greater exit speed due to his larger radius. And take a look at this. Duncan goes on the outside, where Mikkel goes on the inside of Max. And they touch. Duncan touches Mikkel. You see it here in the replay. And I believe that Duncan went for a gap that did not exist, as Mikkel had to turn to the right there. On the last lap here, as Duncan is still pushing hard to take 4th position. Up in front, David Haddon is still leading, but that is now down to 1.8 seconds. Again, Max goes very wide coming into the chicane, and it gives Duncan an opportunity to get even closer. And these guys have been going on for a very long time in this race. A close battle here. That is always enjoying to watch. Duncan closes in. He goes on the outside, and there he starts to lose connection. And take a look at this as he overtakes by going through Max's car. And I don't really know about that. That's the netcode, how it works. And you see here that they cross the line right here, and Duncan is just ahead of Max. I believe they finished by 0.01 seconds between each other. David wins this 2nd heat as well, very well driven by him. I finished 2nd position. Mads Hansen takes 3rd position. I believe he's very pleased with that. Duncan 4th, Max Guasino 5, Mikael Røhl 6th, and so on. So that was all for the 2nd heat of round 10. Next week I will be back with the last round of Sebring Club. Thanks for watching.